What goes on, guys? We're back here again with yet another review, and today we're going to be taking a look at two brand new DC Multiverse figures by McFarlane. We're going to be taking a look at two video game figures. I thought I'd put them together. I just did a video of 3 comic book figures, so let's do the 2 video game ones together. We're going to be taking a look at the Green Srrow from Injustice 2, I believe, and the DC Multiverse, the Arkham Knight from Batman, the Arkham Knight. So, very good looking figures. Now, I kind of got a little impatient and started opening him, and he does have the insert. Mine didn't come like that, so you see the stupid card and the stupid stand in a minute, but taking a look at the rest of the boxes, they do look good. You get to see where they're from on the back. Again, that weird stock photo, I don't like that at all. And then I do like this photo. This looks really cool for the Arkham Knight. On the side, you get the windows. I picked these up at GameStop. There you go. Barcodes. I'm sure they'll be hitting Targets and Walmarts pretty soon. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and pop these guys open. So, getting these figures out of the packaging, I'm actually surprised at which one I like a little bit more. Not expecting that, but it's just facts, man. It's just facts. So I think they're both really well done. Like I like them both. There's a couple little things about each of them that I'm not a huge fan of, but overall I think they are both very cool figures. So without further ado, let's start with the one I like least. Any guesses? Guess in the comments. Pause. Guess in the comments. 3, 2. I actually like Green Srrow least, which is a little upsetting because I've never had a Green Srrow figure. This is my first Green Srrow figure, but I have to do a little bit of work to this guy to get him to what I like a little bit more. So I'm taking a look at the head sculpt here. I bought this as a comic book one, and I think that this head sculpt can do as a comic book one with 2 little alterations. The head sculpt itself looks good, but who the fuck wants a side-eye on an archer of all characters? Come on now, that is stupid. That's just straight stupid, but whatever. I'm going to be painting his eyes white for comic representation and getting some acetone and getting rid of the stubble on the side of the face, which is kind of sculpted, but a little bit of sanding should be able to get that off. So that's what I'm going to do for the face. The rest of the body, I might get rid of some details here and there, like the little gold piece there, just to make it like less noticeable. I kind of wish that the light green was what was molded and I could get off the darker green, but unfortunately that's not the case. So, whatever. But the sculpt is really nice. I mean, for the game, it looks very good, but this could just be, like your modern Green Srrow with my alterations. I think that'll be fine. A little bit of paint smearing on the back. This is stupid. I hate when the pins don't match the color. If you're gonna have pins, then have them match the color. Come on now, that's just stupid. The shoulder pads are big. You could theoretically get these off and then shave, like he did this like weird thing on the bicep. You could shave that down. I'm trying to see how that would look. I kind of like that too, so I might do that. Again, they're just trying to make it a little bit more comic accurate. We'll see. I'm not sure exactly what I want to do with it, but the paintwork in the sculpt does look really good. The leathery parts look leathery. The cloth parts look clothy. And then, you get like a little bit of green on there. You get like knives and pouches and stuff. No knives come out or anything like that, but that would have been cool. And then you get the boots, which, like I said, I wish were molded in the light green so that I could get off the dark green. But, whatever's painted is painted nice. Like the gold around the chest looks good. Might try to take that off too. I'm not really sure. Definitely going to do work on the head. Like that's the big thing, is doing some work on the head, because who the fuck wants a side eye? That's just stupid. But I like his proportions. I like the big boots. I don't know. I just think it looks cool. For accessories, you get stupid card, stupid stand. Don't care. But what I do care about is, of course, he's got to come with 3 things that every archer should. A quiver with no paint detail at all, but a quiver which goes boop right on the hole in his back. Quiver. Step 1. Step 2, arrows. Unfortunately, you get like only a bundle, which I do have like a shit ton of arrows from like Legolas, so I'm probably just going to give him one of those for now. But yeah, it's just a bundle of them. Boop, there you go, which they are kind of heavy, so they do weigh him back. And then, of course, his bow, which also had no paint detail, which is surprising for McFarlane. Usually they put some paint detail into their stuff, or their accessories. So, unfortunately, There's no paint detail on these at all, which I'm not a huge fan of because they do look cheap. But I think I'm going to cut the bow string off and then, you know, put like an actual string on there. And then I'm going to give him a legless arrow because I'm going to cut like his fingers open and then put one through there. So hopefully that'll look cooler. I'll post pictures on it on Instagram when I'm done. But yeah, so he comes with what he needs. It's just what he comes with is kind of shitty in the same regard. So let me know what you think about that. But as far as articulation goes, I think he actually is pretty well articulated. The head is going to bobble all around. It looks very good, or works very good. It does look good too. The head will go up, down, side to side, and rotate 360. Shoulders will move up that far, down, or rotate 360. Bicep swivel. Great double jointed elbow. So I don't think he's going to really have a problem pulling the arrows back because also the wrist swivel and hinge. So if you got like a good arrow, he should be able to do that pretty easy. You get like a ball joint at the waist, which will pivot, crunch. The head comes off a little easier than I like, but it's not that big a deal. Crunch, arc, not great. Swivel, hips move outwards. They'll kick forward, back. Upper thigh cut is barely existent. Like, again, bands, why are you not just putting a cut in there? It's kind of stupid. Double jointed knees, and then the ankles move down, up, pivot, and toe joint. So I think a little bit more articulation for Ali would be cool, just because he is a pretty like acrobatic kind of character. I mean, not the most acrobatic, but Ali gets around. So what are you gonna do? I think it's decent for what it's supposed to be. I just can't get over that face. That side eye is awful. We're definitely gonna fix that. So stay tuned on Instagram for that. Now, as far as the Arkham Knight is concerned, damn, this is a cool looking figure. He's got good paint work, like really cool paint work. Could use a little bit more in the like waist area, but the rest of it's actually well done. I do like the top here on his head, looks very good. You get the awesome ash dry brush on the metal there. That is super, super well done. And it carries through on all the metal-y parts. So like the shoulder pads, the red and the silver look very good on his chest. And then like these armor plates on his arms have this beautiful dry brush on it. My camera's not picking it up and doing it justice, but that is super awesome looking. The sculpt detail looks great, like the armorized parts. Lots of sculpt detail on the back here, like those little wings, which I think actually pop out. I don't really remember. But damn, that head looks so good. He just looks like a badass. This is for the Batman shelf, like just Batman. I mean, I know it's not Batman. I know Jason Todd, blah blah blah. Don't yell at me in the comments. But the bands on the sides, which I wish there was a little bit more paint work, and I wish you could have put the accessories in this instead of just giving us molded ones. That's kind of stupid. And then you get the ankle, like the shins. That's the word I'm looking for. With the great paint detail, it just looks so cool. But unfortunately, we get these ugly ball joints. Like what? You've been doing so good with sculpting them. I mean, I like on Green Arrow, I understand because it's covered, but like you've been doing beautiful with sculpting them. Why are these just the balls again? Balls are bad. So whatever. And then the bottom of the shoes are done as well. But luckily they're not like super noticeable. But it's just upsetting that we're taking a step back. I've been complimenting the hell out of these sculpted ankles. Godspeed had it. Grifter had it. The last couple figures I've gotten have had it, and then this one comes along and something has to be wrong, right? So anyway, he does come with a couple accessories, including stupid stand, stupid card. We don't care about that. And then he does come with 2 gas smoke bombs. I seem to have lost one now, so hopefully I find it soon, but I seem to have lost it. And then he comes with the grapnel gun, which is a good excuse for a gun. I like it. I'm definitely going to have him hold this. That looks really cool, in my opinion. So I'm happy to have that. I'm probably just going to have him set up like this. So technically, I don't need the other one. Like, if I never find it, I won't die. But I would like to have both of them. So that looks pretty cool. Like when you put the hand, I just don't like open gripping hands. But when you use the grip hands with something in them, it's totally awesome. So I think that looks great. As far as articulation is concerned, I also think he did a pretty good job on that. So the head is going to look up actually pretty far. So the head's going to look up that far, down, pivot side to side, and rotate. Shoulders will move upwards that far, down, rotate 360, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and then the wrist swivel and hinge. Now, the abs are okay. They're going to pivot, rotate, not crunch too much. He seems like he's going to pop off too. They'll go, but just not as much as I had hoped. Back, not so much. And then you do rotate at the waist too. It's just a little tight. So just be careful with that if you really want to use that. Hips will only go out that far. No thigh swivel, like barely any. And that's stupid. Double jointed knees. And then the ankles move down, up, pivot, rotate, and hinge. So the ankles are also kind of loose, but I don't think it's awful. I think definitely needs to be more for a character like Arkham Knight, but not awful. So I think, I don't know, it's just mediocre. I really don't know what to say because some things I like, some things I don't. But let me know what you guys think about the articulation on this guy. I think it should be more, but it's also not terrible. So I'm waffling here. As far as scale goes for these guys, here he is with Batman, The Dark Knight Returns Batman by McFarlane. 7-inch scale, so of course they're not going to go with Marvel Legends. And then here they are with NECA's Silly Kong, so obviously smaller than him, but you know, most people are smaller than Silly Kong. So I think they scale good. I can't wait to put him with my other leaguers. Right now, unfortunately, that can't be done. I got a smaller space to put figures, so unfortunately, some had to cut costs. But I think he'll look good with the other ones, especially when I do those alterations that I want to do. So I know you guys are asking, what are you thinking of these figures? And I gotta say, pretty torn. I think I was hoping to like them a little bit more than I did. I actually, like I said, I like Arkham Knight more than Green Arrow, but I was more excited for Green Arrow, so I'm not really sure. Green Arrow is going to need a little bit of work, but I will be able to do so relatively easy, so that's not that big a deal. And like I said, I gotta find that other smoke bomb for the Arkham Knight. But anyway, if I'm going to give these guys a rating each, I think I'm going to give Green Arrow a 6. The pin really bothers the shit out of me. The side eye is really stupid, and the ugly elbows kind of bother me. The articulation in the torso, and not for nothing, why are we getting an Injustice 2 Green Arrow? Can we just get a comic book Green Arrow? Why does Todd hate the comic books? Like, he barely, whatever. Don't even get me started on that. As far as Arkham Knight, I'm going to go ahead and give him an 8. I think the articulation definitely could have been done better. The ball joints at the ankles suck, but he does have good accessories, and he looks badass. That dry brush on the metal is so well done. But maybe I'm crazy. Let me know if I am. And while you're at it, do yourself the favor and me and like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Also, please be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I post a lot over there. I have a lot of fun, so I'm sure you all will too. But as always, let me know. You copping? I'd love to know. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.